Hello, hello, hello. I noticed that the three people here were all on the call last night for number 6 infusion. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I have to say. I slept sound all night, which is very unusual for me, and feel totally different. So, if you don't mind, of the three of you, Anik, you may not have done yours yet. I don't know if Doug sent it out, but it's beyond. Carol, Marianne, what have you got to say about last night? Was it something beyond? Hopefully you can hear me. And I would almost begin to believe that it's hard to put words together about what it was like. Hmm. Anik says yes, she can hear and see. And Anik, did you receive yours or no? Hmm? Marianne, she can hear me. So how are you feeling today, the morning after, Marianne? All right, Doug will be home in about an hour. I'll tell him to make sure he sends them out. I'm sure it was very difficult to think about human things when we were done. Marianne says still high, but I assure none of you there were no drugs involved. It was just very, very powerful. And how about you, Carol? It was certainly um, an amazing end for the first 6. We are going to offer them again for those of you who missed all this wonderful experience. And we are going to start yet another 6 series. It's about growing, it's about becoming. Yes, Doug does a lot of work behind the scenes. There's no doubt about it. So, Carol, how are you feeling today after yours? Or are you not there? Maybe she turned it on and walked away. Who knows? So, I pulled 3 cards for today. So, let's begin. Interesting card, don't you think? Action. And we don't wake up in the morning always thinking, how am I putting who I am and my heart and my love for God into action? Well, here it is. Let me read it to you. Oh, here's Carol's response. Beyond says it all. Marianne says she feels like she got plugged into the cosmic circuitry. Oh, an amazing experience. You have to do it to believe it. That's all I can say. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms test into growth. Challenge into opportunity and fear into love. That is pretty magical. Something that we all need is to take action. And we always all feel so much better after we do and are no longer sitting dormant. So the next card is also interesting. Unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment toward others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. Has everyone, ever tried that? It's just all day long. Please, Lord, I forgive myself. Please, Lord, forgive me. It's a tremendous release that you have inside. Because what you don't know is the words, when spoken from what you believe they are meant for, it's all you need. Forgive me. That's one of the greatest gifts of Heavenly Father. He forgives us always before we have the opportunity to forgive ourselves. And if you didn't know that or believe that, it's true. Last card is attention. Yeah, attention. You can feel the rightness of it. And that may be a judgment, but let's see the balance of it. How's that? I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. So if you are someone who's out there and has an aura that you would like to heighten, or patterns that are occurring to you, you might want to look at the stone onyx. Black, yes, but it brings forth wisdom and enlightenment at every turn. What I saw it do, I had someone work with it today, and it took someone who was totally in stress and overwhelmed, and we took it and balanced out every level of the chakra. Yeah, they became balanced and in harmony. Yeah, Marianne, very good. Carol says she feels wonderful. The cards are powerful. Yeah. So, I have to say, even myself, I'm like a little out there. Douglas does that with us, and we neither one heard my voice ever be like it was last night. I was singing, can't even remember. It was just powerful. And he was out for most of it. That's how powerful it was. And Doug he's from the 12th dimension. He's a big, powerful being. And everyone had the same blessed experience. It was powerful. So if you're interested in really growing and holding greater light, by the weekend, I'll have up to start the series. And for those who've done the first 6, I'll have, you can sign up for the second 6 because we're still moving ahead. So, what do we do today? There's a part of me that wants to go back over the chakras with everyone because the only way you're going to really grasp how important it is for me to keep reminding you. I understand. I've been to that place before, had teachers tell me, you have to do your chakras. But it wasn't until something occurred and I had to do them because I was such a mess if I didn't. You can be a complete mess governed by your personality, the illusion of who you think you are, and bring about another state of peace and harmony inside yourself. And immediately you're changed and have a new perception of the world. So, yeah, very good. So let's see who's here for me to speak for all of you today. Maybe I still have a little bit of that powerful energy left in me, a little bit. Yeah. I'm looking here, my garden of stones, to see which one wants to support me. And that's very interesting. I'm going to show you my stone that spoke. This one. It's a biggie, isn't it? Yeah. It has rainbows and more rainbows. It has 8 faces, has a lot of rehealed growth. It's a powerful stone. And I really don't get to hold it and embrace it much. It sits here. So I'm going to put my hands on it. And it is Master Babaji who comes forward. And you know, he's always here sitting. The image was given to us by our teacher we learned the meditation from. We had it blown up. That's why. But you can see he's very alive in that image. His eyes follow you. No matter where you are, he's watching, supporting, loving. Oh, we have some new people here. Kristen, thank you. And Marby, good morning. Yes. So I'm going to let Babaji come in and see what he has to say, because while there's a lot of us all experiencing a lot of shift and change, our world is shifting and changing. Good. So let me surrender. My nose is cooperating. All right. What comes to me is I'm being shown a story about Babaji and my experience as an initiator. We were in Colorado. We used to have 30 to 50 people come every week, and we went to Colorado, to Aspen. And this one couple came in, and the lady would not stop talking. She says, I'm the spiritual one. I go do everything. I've been here. I do this. All he does is pick up the flyer, and he goes, I'm doing this one. Because we had a flyer that had Babaji's picture on it. He goes, I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't matter. I need to be with him. So I'm like, okay. You know, I'm always that innocent, balanced place. So the initiation starts. and Babaji stands right behind that man. Happens a lot when I do the initiation. Babaji shows himself. So I did one prayer, and they received the gift, and afterwards the wife could see the difference and how the heart opened of this man. And the fact that he says, I knew he'd show up. I knew that's why I came. I had to be here. And he turned around and he closed his eyes and had an experience with Babaji. So you really just never know, people, what's going to happen in your life the next day. He believed he came for a purpose, and they had apparently meditated many years ago together in India, and he was his teacher. So it was so beautiful that he came to sit with his teacher again. So wondrous things are happening in the world. You want to understand it's not time to sit and just let that all go by and be worried about the mundane things. There's a beautiful spiritual you inside, and it's having the desire also to have fulfillment. Just a little tidbit. All right. Let me show you this again. It is beautiful. Wow, look at the light coming through it. It's almost like there's crystals inside. One of my friends, she's in Mount Shasta, and you see she put this aside for me, TheoSophia. And we used to go every year. So I have quite the collection of stones, and now my grandchildren have quite collections of stones. Yeah. All right, here we go. I am within the rainbow. I am within the cloud. I am within the breeze that blows through the leaves that shudder. I am the frequency of that which speaks, and yet you do not and cannot identify, for I speak to your heart. For your heart is truly alive on many levels and dimensions. And there are many of those, like myself, who speak throughout the day. And the question remains, are you listening? Are you creating a space of peace and quiet so that you can know what is coming to you, around you, and through you? And I know this answer. This answer is no. So it is for you, as this human form you've been given, that is not just a human form, it is an energy experience of light. And what you, as master of this experience, choose to do. Do you choose to sit in this busy world and walk around rattled and upset and disturbed? Or do you decide to be in peace and harmony, quiet, where each thing that occurs makes sense to you? And you can understand on the various different levels what it all means. I am Master Babaji. I live now in your world. I'm alive as I have always been. I do not grow old. For me, I am not in the band of old or youth. I exist. So many of you will hear me whispering in the wind. You will hear a ruffle of leaves. and you will remember. And it is interesting that for some of you, immediately you become in alignment. And I must ask you, why is that? Why is that the thought of me, the thought of Babaji brings you freedom? If this is true and it fits for you, then it is for you. You must begin to allow it every day and to live in your world and perhaps understand praying. Understand that there is a God and that you are a child of His liking. There is Mother, and she holds you close and dear. And most importantly, there's your heart, which comes from the union of the two. And as we bring Mother and Father's heart down into yours, there is a reunion, a harmony, an understanding of so much vastness of life. For many of you, you live a crumb. It's the same thing, day after day after day. I hear the dog hears me howling and saying hello. The heart, let's all take a breath. And let's bring in the purest essence of love that you can remember. Whether it was a child and your mother reaching to hold you dearly close to her heart, or a father reaching his hand out to guide you. Let's allow that memory to awaken within every physical cell of your being. I am loved. For many have forgotten that they are existent here upon this earth because they are so loved. And because you yourself have so loved yourself that you once again come to this earth to grow, to learn, to experience, and to choose love. So there are many at this time, as the earth is shifting into the golden time, that understand in her reaching and supporting the heart in its lust for light, for the golden era, for freedom, for everlasting love, for harmony, for abundance, for all things. The personality part of the individual holds it in prison and lack and not knowingness of truth. So as I touch my heart and you touch your heart, together let's speak the word harmony, loving, generosity, nurturing, peace, everlasting, believing, loving. We could go on all day. What is it you choose? Do you choose the whirl of busyness? Or do you choose to want to begin, as my heart feels hot, of the truth? You know, our throats are where God sits. Isis is our master of that throat for truth and trust. What is it that you trust? What is it that you speak? Over eons of time, there's been those whose throat has been cut because of how they've moved energy through their throat. Perhaps we can all agree that today let's move love through our throat. Let's speak in a loving way. Let's be gentle and tender with how we speak about what we wish to say. Gentleness is yet another word of how we hold ourselves at bay. Well, they're not gentle to me, but then who is it to begin with? I live in gentleness, and my strength is not questioned. My radiance is not held in anything but expansive. So these stories are all illusion, and you must learn to stop telling yourself, and you must allow yourself to be the gentle bear upon the gentle mountain and make it to the top, where from there fireworks of your true rainbowic light can reach out to the stars and say, I am here. I have arrived. I remember the truth of who I am. May the earth shudder from the remembrance of so many remembering the love and the power of honor and obey. It is not to separate you from being you. It is allowing you to be you. Be the love that you are, the purity that we see in the light that you hold. And it is then that maybe you will know how it is to be me as Babaji. For call for my name 3 times if you need my help, if you desire me to come. I will be there in a moment. It doesn't matter about what. I will bring you peace. Many blessings, for I am Babaji. Well, that was beautiful. Yes, Barbie says that was beautiful. Maybe you're talking about the stone. I don't know when you posted that. He is a beautiful being. Absolutely beautiful being. And the other person I want to speak today is the Buddha. For many years, I knew that within me, I am the Buddha. For those of you who don't know the story, there's many about the Buddha. The one I love is when he left his palace his father created for him and went out to find truth. And he would sit and meditate with those who had nothing, almost no clothes to wear, for it was a long, long time. And when it would rain, the huge snake would come and put his top part of his head up over Buddha so he didn't get wet. And they began to realize there was something special about this young man. And he just kept meditating, asking God to show him what he's looking for. And then one day he was over by the river and he heard the mandolin playing. And he remembered the words. And I can't believe I'm going blank because I truly know them. But maybe it's not for me to be spoken here. So the Buddha understood that there was a middle way. And we must all find the middle way within us. Not too far to the right, not too far to the left, but simply in the middle way. I remember my teacher always wore a glass image of a Buddha on his necklace. As I interpret, all of us have things that are meaningful that we wear and present ourselves. So today, I'll take a moment here and see if the Buddha will come in through me. When I was in Thailand, I remember going up the steps of many shoes. Everywhere there were shoes. For everyone has to take their shoes off in Thailand. And you walk up into this tremendously huge, what I would call a temple. There you go. It was a temple. And there was the Emerald Buddha was up on a stand in front of everybody. There was nothing you wanted to do but to bow in the honor of the majesty of that energy that is emanating from the heart of a green glass Buddha, not a human one. But for whatever reason, I do not know the story behind it. And there was maybe hundreds of people in that temple, not just myself, but I could feel it. And he brings humbleness. He evokes it from you. So let's see what he comes to say today. Hanamasha. I am Buddha. I am love. I am honor and light. As you all sit here before me, I bring golden energy as a platform for you to sit. And the energy of orange of your feeling nature offered as blessings to feel. And as we move into the third chakra, that golden sunlight that is everlasting, it's just that we always can't see it. For half of the day, it is on the other side of the world. And it is then when we are vulnerable and forget that we are the sun. We are the goldness of the beauty of the world. And then I bring you each green, the beautiful greenery of the heart, of the life of the forest, of the simplicity of a yard full of grass or a plant upon a desk. Let it speak to loving, cherishing, believing. And as I bring you the blue of expression, the expression of love that will one day be heard around the world. There is only one thing that is sought, which is love. And forgiveness is for the lacking of that truth. And as we bring forth the purple energy of the eye of all seeing, the Buddha, see now if within your eyes closed, you can see the image of a Buddha sitting, Ateshiketa, and the radiant energies around, generating within your third eye, Atehishi. Yakata mokapashitata naname, lieta pote, sha. Be gentle, be loving, be light. And the pink of the purest love out around the entire aura of who you are. Buddha, who of you find the Buddha within you, growing, moving, becoming? Many blessings. So let's see, has anyone else come in? Very powerful, huh? Heather Houston, would you want to chime in with everyone else who was on last night and tell everyone how you're feeling today? If you would, we would appreciate it. My arms are itching. Thank you, Lauren and Anik. Esther Frank, thank you for coming. Well, I think that's quite enough beings of light for one day, and I hope you can feel their energy and have a sense of illumination now yourself in your own energy fields. Babaji and Buddha, the only one missing is the Christ, which you hear often. And maybe that's where I'll begin next week on Wednesday. Does anyone have a question for this day before I leave? So much more seems to be occurring and happening, not just in the world, but within ourselves, which is wonderful. Came with an empty cup for once, and now it's tippy topped up. Thank you. That's a beautiful way to put it. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Many blessings to everyone, more than you can know. And find your own way to sit. If you have an orb, hold it and take it in through the energy in a figure 8 through every chakra. And you will find peace on this day. This day that Marianne says, wowie! Yeah. That Buddha and Babaji both came and let you know that they're there for you. All you have to do is ask. I know it takes a little bit of maybe a greater belief to believe you can and that you could feel them and understand their response. But it's true. So, many blessings to you for this weekend. Let's hope that weather gets better. Good morning, Kristen Miller. Heather feels great. Looking forward to the next series. Yeah, that's how they're all feeling. Very good. My heart is full and I feel great happiness. And yes, let's let some of the commotion in our world resolve itself as we all hold our heart in love and allow it to flow like a river. Many blessings. Love to you. Yes, you have a great weekend. If you're getting a lot of rain, welcome it. Let it nurture. Wind, may it blow away that which isn't necessary. Thank you so much, Lord. All righty, dighty.